And future talks as well will be posted on YouTube. So we'll get to that at the end. But I created a Generations Tech YouTube channel. So if you ever want to go back and rewatch these things, and then I'll also include the slideshow that I have up here, so you can look back at it if you ever want to. So today's talk is on YouTube. Let's get into just some numbers of YouTube to start. So YouTube began in 2005, and today it has over 2.7 billion logged in users monthly. I'd have to look if that is the most of any social media app. It very well might be. I would think that TikTok is high, Facebook is high, and Instagram are also high. But YouTube very well could be the most daily active users of any different social media out there. There's over 1 billion hours of video watched per day on YouTube. And if you would equate that to years, that means 114,000 years of YouTube is watched daily, which is pretty wild to think about. Yeah, 70% of YouTube's views come from mobile devices, so we are in the past 5 to 10 years kind of entered the mobile era. So a lot more people view stuff on their phones than anything else. It's available in over 100 countries and over 80 languages, and there's over 500 hours of content uploaded every minute. So that could be long form content like podcasts, that could be short form content like YouTube Shorts, which you might have seen before. So there's a variety of different ways that people upload their stuff to YouTube. So it's a big thing to say the least. So this is YouTube through the years, basically. So it started in 2005, and I remember watching it already in 2005 when I was in middle school. Founded by some PayPal employees, caught on quickly, so Google acquired it the next year in 2006. And then there's been advancements through the years. HD video came out in 2009. By 2012, there was 4 billion daily views. 2015, they launched their kind of premium package, I guess you would call it. So a lot of YouTube is free, but you can also pay for premium features, whether that be for YouTube as a whole or to particular creators. It used to be called YouTube Red, but now it's called YouTube Premium. YouTube Shorts were launched in 2020, which was in response to TikTok. So TikTok was kind of the first ever short form media where you would have your phone like this, and then you would swipe up on videos, and usually videos were anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. It became so popular with TikTok that pretty much all social medias after that created their own version of TikTok's Shorts. So YouTube Shorts, it's called. Instagram Reels is out there. Facebook Reels is out there. So TikTok really changed the game in content creation. And YouTube responded to it with YouTube Shorts. And then finally, the past few years, you have some more advancements: smart TV, AI search, and lots of people post videos of their podcasts these days. So you see a lot of views coming from that sector of YouTube, which YouTube likes because if you can get somebody to stay on your platform for 2 to 3 hours watching a podcast, that's a lot of ad revenue that they can pump. When you have short form media, people are more likely to get distracted and leave. Whereas if you have something long that people are watching, that's kind of what they like the most. So that's through the years. I should add. It was acquired by Google in 2006 for 1.65 billion. Anybody have any guesses what Google or YouTube's valuation is today? 30 billion is a good guess. That would be about a 30x in 19 years?
Wow.
400 billion.
Wow.
$400 billion its valuation is today. And they generate about $50 billion a year in ad revenue at this point. So it is a big deal to say the least. And I'm sure we all have kids or grandkids that are YouTube kids, as they call it these days. So it's very unlikely that it's going anywhere because the younger generations love it. So
Who owns Facebook?
who owns Facebook? Or Google owns YouTube. Yep. So they purchased it in 2006 and still own it 20 years later today.
For under timeline at the bottom line, What does that mean, smart TV?
I think it's basically just ways to interact more with their AI, with the TV a little bit more so. So the same way that you have a smartphone and a smart TV can be a bit more responsive.
So you're actually using your own smart TV to access YouTube?
I believe it just means that their app that they create. So all of these, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, they have to make or create native apps to all these different devices, whether that be a phone or a laptop or whatever it might be. So I think when it says smart TV, it just means that YouTube created a native app for a smart TV, so then it's a bit more easier to navigate than just standard going into the browser. I know that kind of sounds confusing. Another aspect of smart TV that might be related to that would be YouTube TV. So YouTube TV offers like a cable service the same way that Spectrum has cable. So you can watch live TV like the news and sports and things like that with their YouTube TV service. So that's another aspect. I'm not sure when that started. I think that's been around more than the past few years. I want to say maybe 5 to 10 years ago it started. But that's another aspect of YouTube's revenue. So, any other questions related to timeline stuff? Good. Cool. So, let's transition now into some of YouTube's biggest content creators, or YouTubers as they call them. So, Mr. Beast, a few of us probably have heard of him at least, maybe some other people not. Mr. Beast is the most subscribed in subscriptions. You can kind of see up here. This is a screenshot of his profile on YouTube. He has 417 million subscribers. So this question was just brought up before. When you subscribe to somebody on YouTube, does that mean that you're paying for them? It's interesting because YouTube basically with a way to think of a YouTube subscription is like a follow on other platforms. So subscribing to someone on YouTube does not mean that you are paying for them in a monthly service or anything like that. All it means, it's synonymous on YouTube with follow. So when you see 417 million subscribers, think 417 million followers. That's how many followers Mr. Beast has. So these are some pictures of Mr. Beast, and these are his most popular videos of all time. So I'll just kind of guide your eye to where I look when I look at this page.
Does he have, I'm sorry to interrupt, but does he have, was he one of the first ones on this platform that he's up to 4 million?
Yeah, I think he started 2014 or 2015. He didn't start right when it began.
Okay.
I want to say he was, I think he was around like 14 or 15 years old, and now I think he's in his upper 20s. So 2013-ish, somewhere in there. But one of the big reasons that he got as big as he did is because he posted frequently and he posted engaging things. So posting frequently, and in posting frequently, he learned a lot of things along the way. So if you were to ask Mr. Beast how do you get good at YouTubing like he is, his first thing he would say is make 100 videos and then talk to me. So in making all of his content through the years, he learned a lot of all the things YouTube and what works with really getting people's attention and keeping people's attention. So 417 million subscribers. His top video here is this Squid Game video. So Squid Game in real life. If you remember, Squid Game was a Netflix show from about 3 years ago that gained a lot of popularity. So this video alone has 857 million views. So he has 887 total videos, and all of his videos, these are the top ones here, but maybe on average have 100 million views. So that kind of just shows you how popular he is as a channel. So that's one content, and this is the most subscribed to out of all YouTubers. This is a different one, T-Series, 299 million subscribers, and this channel is a bit different than Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast kind of creates his own content and is a bit more creative, I would say, than this T-Series channels. T-Series is out of India, and they basically just post music videos of Indian music. So they get a lot of views, partially because India as a population has so many people, and YouTube is really popular in India. But their top viewed video is from 6 years ago, and that has 1.6 billion views. And then some of these other ones are about around 1.4 billion views. So again, kind of a different channel that's more music video based. And then the third biggest channel, if you have any grandkids, you might recognize this one, but Coco Melon basically does animations to different nursery rhymes. So Wheels on the Bus, for example, this one is their most viewed video, has 7.7 billion views. As you know, kids aren't afraid to watch the same video and actually probably enjoy watching the same video over and over and over again. So that's probably a big reason why this has so many this channel has so many views, is because kids like to recycle the same videos and content over and over again. Okay. So 3 very different channels. Mr. Beast is more of a original content creator. These days he almost goes into kind of like his channel is almost kind of like a game show host, where he has competitions like that Squid Game to make money. So in that sense, he didn't really reinvent the wheel with his channel. It's just he took the format of game shows, like Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune and things that have been proven for the past 50 years, and he just applied it to YouTube, basically. People like to watch people compete for money. So, next thing I want to just talk about, okay? So this is a breakdown of the most viewed video for each of those 3 channels. So Mr. Beast's was Squid Game in real life. It has 857 million views. T-Series, that one was one of their music videos that they posted, 1.6 billion. And then Coco Melon, Wheels on the Bus, 7.7 billion. So you'll see CPM is basically cost per thousand is a way to think of that, and that's ad revenue. So for every 1,000 views of Squid Game in real life, Mr. Beast his channel gets $8 to $12. For every 1,000 views of this T-Series Vast, they get 50 cents to $1.50. And for every 1,000 views of Wheels on the Bus, they get 25 cents to $1. Do we have any theories as to why this Mr. Beast video gets so much more money per 1,000 views in comparison to these 2?
Maybe it looks the amount of views.
That's a good guess. Subscribers isn't really related to ad revenue at all. So having more subscribers doesn't mean that you get a better rate necessarily.
People who are spending more, because kids don't spend much.
Yeah, definitely. So the value of a person that maybe 25, 30, 35 years old that actually has money and an ad sent to them is much higher than a 4-year-old kid watching Wheels on the Bus. They don't actually have money to spend. So the ad itself is better in a Mr. Beast channel or a Mr. Beast video than here. Along that same line, India, the rate for a lot of the amount of expendable capital, or how do I want to say this? The average American has more expendable money than the average person from India. So for that reason, the cost per 1,000 views also is much lower. So these are kind of the same idea. It's just this is related to India as a country. This is related to kids. So if you took, on average, a good estimate of where that would land each of these videos for amount of revenue, Mr. Beast video is about 7 to 10 million. And again, that's just that one video. He has 900 videos on his channel. T-Series, that one's about 800,000 to 2.4 million, and that Coco Melon is 2 to 7 million.
Per month.
That's for the duration of as long as that video's been out. So this
Okay.
Mr. Beast video came out 3 years ago.
Cumulative.
To date, it has 857 million views, and it's raised about $7 to $10 million. Now, putting that video, that estimate is just revenue. right? It doesn't consider expenses at all. Him putting that whole thing together, the winning contestant got $456,000. He had to put together elaborate sets, so there was a lot of money that also went into that video. Questions related to this at all?
So the revenue estimate, that's the money that's going to YouTube,
That's the money that is going to the creator.
to the create,
Yep,
so.
yep,
so-
so this is, yeah, that's a good point to raise. I'm not sure of the exact breakdown of, say for example, let's say, Spectrum put out an ad wants to advertise on YouTube, right? So Spectrum advertises on YouTube, and then YouTube gets a cut of that advertisement, and so does Mr. Beast or T-Series or whoever the creator is of where that content is viewed and where that ad is viewed. I don't know the breakdown though. So say for example, Spectrum pays YouTube $100,000 to advertise across their platform. Any given, that might mean about $50,000 of that goes to the creators and $50,000 of that goes to YouTube, but I don't really know the breakdown. I don't know if it's 50-50, 75-25, I'm not really sure. That's something I could look up, but I didn't look up before this. Okay, let's keep going. So, let's just watch, so this is that Squid Game video, okay? The top viewed video by Mr. Beast. So we'll just watch a
I
little bit.
recreated every single set from Squid Game in real life, and whichever one of these 456 people survives the longest wins 456 grand.
The first game we're gonna play is red light, green light, and they have 30 minutes to cross the red line on the other side of the huge room.
So without further ado, green light. Red light.
Oh!
And as you can see, every single player has a device strapped to them that when they're eliminated, it pops. Chris, you wanna have a chance at one?
Red light.
Oh, no! I know for sure this guy moved. Green light. Red light. Oh, no, they're dropping. Okay, now some people are getting out.
You gotta get a better spot for the next red light, right? You're fine.
30 people have gotten out so far. If they move right now, they're out. They have to hold this position until we say green light. And I can take all the time I want because we still have 23 minutes left.
We get a green light going, this guy's doing a full squat.
Green light. Green light. Oh, they all stopped. Red light. Oh! I called it! I called it!
Oh no. Put my glasses on.
Okay.
You have to slowly though. Be careful. Okay.
Are you good?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Green light. Red light.
She was jogging over here.
We're gonna go see who's in the very back. You are in dead last. What's going on?
I'll let the others do the pass for me.
You literally haven't even moved.
A couple steps.
We'll see if it pans out. Green light. Yellow. Red light. Oh, that we got her. The yellow light worked.
Oh, that was diabolical to throw a yellow light out there.
Since 067 was a big part of the show, I'll let you say green light.
Green light.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, his most recent videos are set up a lot like this, where it's kind of a game show, right? So you have contestants competing for money, and yeah, that's an engaging thing that's worked on Game Show Network for the past 50 years, and he kind of realized that if it's not broke, don't fix it, and just recreate it on YouTube, basically. Part of what also, another reason that this video in particular is so popular is because Squid Game 3 years ago was massive. And this is a direct, basically, replica in terms of all of the stages of what Squid Game, the TV show on Netflix, actually looked like. So I didn't look up how much money he spent in creating all of these sets, but I can't imagine it was cheap. So yes, he made $7 to $10 million on this video, but I wouldn't be surprised if it cost him a couple million to put together too. So, I looked up your question from just a second ago. 55% of the ads go to the creators, 45% go to YouTube. So YouTube's cut is 45% of all the ad revenue that it brings in. So for example, this year, I mentioned before, YouTube will make about $50 billion in ad revenue. Let's say, I'm trying to do quick math in my head, $27.5 billion of that will go to billions of dollars of that will stay with YouTube. So that's how much they're gonna cut it. Okay, let me exit out of this. Okay, so, how much time do we have left? Yeah, this presentation isn't too long today, so we'll have some time for questions at the end. So the last thing I wanna mention is, from now on, all of these videos that we do will be posted on YouTube. So I created a Generations YouTube channel, Generations Tech Help YouTube channel. So it says youtube.com/@generations-tech. Because it's such a new channel, you probably won't be able to just type it in the search and have it pop up. You might really need the specific URL in order to get there. But anyways, I'm recording in the back today, so after we're done here, I will post this video to the Generations Tech Help YouTube channel. And the other one, this is password management from last month. If you ever want to revisit any of the other ones, we can do that as well. So, yeah, this seemed like a good segue to starting the YouTube channel on the YouTube Tech Talk Day.
So how, Spencer, do you get that in the first place? Do you just go to your app store and get YouTube?
Get YouTube? Yep.
Which is free?
Which is free. Yep. And again, subscribing doesn't cost anything on YouTube. There are some creators that have, I can't remember what it's called, something like premium accounts, but it's very explicit when you are actually paying for somebody, $3.99, $4.99 a month. If you just click the subscribe button in general, that just means follow. It doesn't mean that you're paying anything monthly, which is kind of misleading. But yeah, if you were to go to your app store right now and search for YouTube, it's free to download.
What's the difference of putting it in the web address than app?
Yeah, there's nothing really.
It'll get you to the same place,
Yep.
do the same thing?
Yep. It's just a bit more user friendly lots of times if you were to download the app as opposed to going to the browser, particularly on mobile devices. Like on my laptop, I wouldn't download the YouTube app at all. I would just go to Chrome or Safari or something like that and view it there. But viewing YouTube through like Chrome on your phone or something browser, it's not as, they call it the UI UX, so user interface and user experience. They aren't optimized in the browser as well as they are in the app for it. So, any other questions related to YouTube at all? Yeah. So again, just to kind of recap, YouTube is very, very popular with younger generations. And actually very, very helpful for kind of how-to videos on almost anything these days, whether it be a car issue or learning how to do something with gardening, or it's amazing that the amount of content that's on YouTube almost seems infinite. As AI generated video becomes more of a thing, I would think that there's probably going to be even more content uploaded to YouTube. So where before when we said there's over 500 hours of content uploaded every minute, that number is probably going up, I would think.
How do you put something on YouTube?
Yeah, let me...
I mean, I don't even know where to start.
Sure, it's actually very simple. So the video that I uploaded, where are we? Here, took me about, I mean, doing all the posting didn't take long, but it takes a little time.
Posting.
So I'm not signed in right now.
You're not signed in.
So I'm not signed into my account on YouTube right now on this page. However, if I was signed in, there would be a little bubble up here that would say create. I would click that create button, and then I would basically upload a video that I already have recorded. Like right now, after I'm done here, I'll take that video that's recording on my computer. I will hit create on YouTube up here, and then I'll upload that video. I'll give it a title, kind of like I did this password management one, and also give it what's called a thumbnail. A thumbnail is basically the picture that you see for the video. And then after that, it takes about 10 minutes for YouTube to do its processing stuff on the back end, and then it's posted onto your page or your channel is what they call it on YouTube.
So you have to have a, you have to create a username.
Yep, you have, yep, and it's
An account.
it's
Thank
all
you very much.
it's all through Google owns YouTube, so
Okay.
everything is set up through creating a Gmail account. So I created a Gmail like an email account
Yeah,
for Gmail.
okay, so then I have an account.
Yep.
So I have a
So,
Gmail.
yeah, you might just have to do some like agree to some permissions or something like that, which you have to do for lots of things.
And what's that gonna cost me?
That doesn't cost you anything. That doesn't
What
cost
am I
you
giving
anything.
up in terms of, privacy?
You're probably giving up things related to them being able to view your search history. I'd have to look at the specifics. I can't give you the exact, but anytime that you sign terms and conditions, it's a lot of things that you're agreeing to. Mostly for YouTube or for other apps, it's related to data collection. So then they know more about what their users are doing, basically.
And if you don't agree,
If you don't agree, then you probably can't
Can't.
be posting on YouTube at all.
Okay.
Yep. But anyways, yes, it is. I wish I could do it for you guys up here right now, but it is very simple to upload videos to YouTube.
So, question, so if you're, if you're afraid of having, maybe is it better to, if you're doing some things, just to create a separate email account for things like that, separate from your one where you keep your financial things on, maybe? Would that help things?
Yeah, which tech talk I'm trying to think about where we talked about that. Is there a last one or password? It was either password management or the one before that. If you want to be more secure with that type of thing, the thing that I recommended in that tech talk was to have a separate email address for your financial accounts. If you really want to keep it completely separate, that's probably your best course of action. But that being said, I wouldn't view having a YouTube account or making a Gmail account and having your email for your financial stuff be the same as for your YouTube account as a security risk, really.
Why do you say that? Cause aren't those hackers out there and they'll just get you?
They are out there.
Uh-huh.
However, the way that they would target you and the most likely way that they would get your information would probably be clicking a link or going to somewhere that you weren't supposed to in an email, and then inputting your password somewhere that you weren't supposed to. Just having an account with Fidelity that has the same email as your account with YouTube, just doing that is not gonna be an issue. It's other things that you would do along the line of potentially leaking your password to them that would be the issue. Google security for YouTube is very, very good. Same way that Meta security for Facebook is very, very good. Just having the same email for those accounts, I wouldn't call that a security issue. Okay. Any other questions? Yep.
I've used YouTube to find some old music that I wanted to listen to, or go back and see some shows, some TV shows, comedy shows that maybe were out there a week ago or a month ago. That's all I've ever done with it. What are some of the other really popular things that people do with YouTube? Other than, I don't want to go and see Mr. Beast's
Sure.
things.
So I'll just give myself as an example for lots of things I've done recently. I've taken an interest in the past year, more so in weightlifting and nutrition related to weightlifting. So the amount of content creators like Mr. Beast that have channels specifically dedicated weightlifting or nutrition is wild. There's a lot of stuff out there. So really, I would start with whatever your interests are, and then try to search for something on YouTube related to those interests and see what you find. Other things that could pop up, cooking, there's tons of cooking channels out there. Trying to think of other stuff that's related to my feed. Coaching for football, so lots of tutorial videos about good drills to do for coaching and techniques to work on and things like that. So really, it's pretty endless.
So
I would
it's just any topic you can do a search on any topic.
I would. So let's just go, for example.
And what do you type in?
Weight training or something about that.
I just typed because we just brought up weight training. So
Okay.
yep. So that's why. So for example, these two guys, Peter Attia is an MD and he's really knowledgeable in the field. I'm just blanking on what his name is, but yeah, pretty much anything you would want to look up, whether it be I want to improve my bench press, or I want to maximize my VO2 max, or I want to have better bone health. What things can I do for bone health? You could look up anything related to exercise, and I would be surprised if there wasn't a video specifically targeted towards your question. Yeah, if there's 500, what was the figure before? 500 hours of content uploaded every minute. You're gonna touch on a lot of topics if you have that much content that's being uploaded.
So what advantage, because you can go to YouTube without having an account, right, with them? What's the advantage to creating an account, a YouTube account?
If you create an account, then you can look at your history, so you can look at videos that you looked at in the past. Also on your home page here, so this is I'm going to my home page of this new account that I just created, right? Actually, no, this is a personal home page of mine. So if you create an account, then it will see things that you're interested in, based on the videos that you click on and that you watch through, and then it'll give you recommendations on your home page related to those things that you're interested in. So yeah, it's kind of like your news feed on Facebook too. After a while, it starts to push things or recommend things to you based on what you've viewed in the past, basically.
I've done it for how to restring my fishing line, I can't find the book on my dehumidifier. So I look it up and blah, 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 and then it tells you.
Yep.
I hurt my neck and now what kind of therapies can I do? And a whole bunch of physical therapies were on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've talked about using ChatGPT in the past as like a how to do something for troubleshooting things. Lots of times I'll use ChatGPT as kind of like the text that for whatever I'm looking up, and then usually accompany it with a YouTube video to see that. So yeah, it's very useful for how to things like that.
I listen to our church sermons on Sunday.
Yeah.
What they tape.
Yeah, good for them for posting. That's good. Do they do a live? Do you know if it's a live stream or do they record it and then
watch it on TV, or they record it and you have them YouTube and watch them.
Nice.
Later.
Yeah, and our football team for Plymouth, we have like a live stream on YouTube as well. That if you can't make it to Kewaskum or Port Washington or whatever city we play in, you can watch it on YouTube too. So this is a good segue for that actually. So there's you can watch videos that are uploaded after the fact, right? So like this class will be uploaded after, but there is a way that you can also live stream it. So I would have to download some software on my computer, but live stream this class. So then if you went to my YouTube channel, you would see, let me go here. I don't think I'll be able to pull it up right now, but you can see that there's a live option as well. Your channel, let's try that. Yeah, it doesn't show it up here. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is you can watch pre-recorded videos that are posted after the fact, or sometimes you can watch live stuff, like a Panther football game.
Would you use YouTube for like marketing, you know, or like a nonprofit organization, you know, to kind of get people to come? Is that a usage of it, or that's not?
Yeah, definitely. So you'll have a lot of businesses that have YouTube channels to promote their business.
Okay. And does that cost?
That it doesn't cost anything to post content on YouTube. It is free to post, and that's pretty much universal for all platforms. It doesn't cost anything to post on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any of those social medias.
Okay.
So really, the cost is just the effort and time that you have to put into creating the content, which can be a lot. Like Mr. Beast has put in, I don't know how many tens of thousands of hours at this point to creating videos, but he has the biggest channel now because of it. But yeah, that's when I was in a previous business I had, a big part of promoting it was posting on social medias like YouTube or Instagram or Facebook and things like
So
that.
you would be the account person. I mean, it would be under yours.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and if you want a logo to be put on it, you'd be able to put a logo on there?
Yep. You change, you call it your profile picture. So this is my personal account, but you could say you had generations, you want to create a channel for generations.
Generations, right.
Yep, you could change the logo to generations and change the title and the description of the channel and things like that.
And you could pull it up anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any copyright laws? I mean, let's say I wanted to use post something on Generations. Well, I'm not affiliated with Generations.
Yeah. So a lot of how they detect that stuff is through AI. Like Google owns YouTube. Google has AI algorithms that basically try to look for both video that's similar in nature and also, and this is a bit more easily recognizable, I think, audio, because you can't, for example, just take the Beatles, Let It Be, and that you would get flagged for copyright, and then because of that, you wouldn't be eligible for ad revenue. So that's where that comes up.
So it gets you either way.
Yeah. So what they do is there's actually a YouTube channel that has no copyright audio. I can't remember if that's the exact name of the YouTube channel, but the entire purpose of that channel is to give audio to creators that doesn't have any copyright infringement laws. So say you want some music in the back of your video, you could go to that channel, pull something from there, and then you're not breaking any copyright laws because of it. Yeah. Good question. That's a good question.
So you can't have soothing music, you know, in a video, because that's actually a copyright.
Yeah, you would.
Do that.
I would think that is probably less likely to get flagged as opposed to like a really noticeable song, like Let It Be by the Beatles or something along those lines. But just kind of, I think I know what you're talking about. Just tones in the background and not really a song. I'm not sure if that would get flagged at all. Like I said, it would probably be less likely to get flagged as opposed to a more popular song being put in the background.
But that channel you're talking about there, you can take music from, so that might have some of that.
Yeah, it could.
Now you just get the cusp of what's going on here.
Yeah. Like I said, YouTube is not going anywhere. I would say kids love it, and more video generated content with AI is probably going to keep getting created. So yeah, I would say it's here to stay. So good turnout today, better than I was expecting for this YouTube chat actually. Next month, I think we will have a bigger turnout. I'm guessing. Cell phone providers is next month. So we're gonna tackle all the options that we have in our area. So yeah, I think that one will probably have a lot of people show up for.
So what's the date?
That is August 26th. August 26th, and same time, 1:30 to 2:30. So it's always last Tuesday of the month. August 26th, that will be cell phone providers. The month after that, actually, I think we'll probably have a good turnout for that. That's payment apps, so things like Venmo and PayPal and those kind of things. And then the 28th, which is October, that's cloud storage. So
But you don't have to purchase more cloud storage if they say you're.
I would say 75% of the people in this room probably are getting pushed that your storage is at almost capacity. It's a very easy way for Google or Microsoft to get revenue, is for people to pay 99 cents a month to increase their storage. And it's also something that's it's easy to forget that you have that 99 cent subscription, and then all of a sudden how many tens and thousands of people are paying you 99 cents a month. So yeah, it's everybody, like I said, it's something that I think we all deal with, is getting pushed, hey, you're low on storage, subscribe in order to get more storage.
So
that's a
that
big thing.
is Microsoft and Google doing it rather than a hacker.
Yeah, generally speaking, in my own experience, it's always coming from the source. It's coming like Gmail. When I'm on Gmail, it says you're almost out of email storage. I haven't really myself had any experience with kind of sketchy websites telling me that I have storage issues. Generally, it's coming from Apple, Google, Facebook. It's actually coming from those companies. But it's good to be on the lookout just in case, because scammers are everywhere.
So, do you believe that then? Do you believe that?
Do
If
I
you're running
believe?
out of storage?
Usually if I really get to the point of I can't do something, like I can't upload a picture, or I can't send an email, or I can't save a presentation, I'll actually go in and clear out some of my storage.
Okay.
The first place that you usually look is videos, because videos take up a lot of space. Then after that is photos. But yeah, videos can clear up a lot of storage space if that's ever giving you issues. Most people in here with storage stuff, it's probably related to storage on your phone, and lots of times one of the biggest things that's occupying storage on your phone is your photos and videos. So, and then apps would come after that. But yeah, videos is a good place to start, and then photos after that.
So when you have your primary mail and then all your promotions, like delete some of the promotions?
Yeah,
Does promotions take up storage too?
I would think promotions, because those are on their end. Those are coming from Google or Yahoo or whoever the provider is. I would think those don't affect your storage at all, but I'm not sure about that.
Well, if it's in your email, though, it's gonna affect it, but minor,
Yeah.
cause you still got that email.
The attachments, I think, can so like if you have an email that you sent that has, I don't know, 15 pages of attachments in it, that will occupy a lot more space or storage than just like a plain text basic email. So that's something to look for as well, if you're ever trying to clear out your email storage. Okay, cool. So next Tuesday will be one-on-ones in the library, and the 2 Tuesdays following, and then cell phone providers at the end of the month.
So we back up so I can get the website.
This the
That one?
generations. Yep.
Yeah, I had a question about that. What's the value of starting out that address with HTTPS? I know there's some security.
Yeah,
but to get to YouTube, do you
sure.
need that?
I just copied this directly from the address bar. If I was actually typing it in, I would just start with YouTube.com. I wouldn't even do this part here. I would just start there. You don't need to include https://www. Only start with where the after www dot starts. I'm not sure why they did that initially, or which change came about that you didn't have to put it in anymore. When I was in elementary school and we were putting in URLs like this for the first time, I remember they would have us put in HTTPS, and maybe it was necessary then, and then they made a change in Google Chrome and Safari and all the browsers where you could just do like the short form of it. So, but yeah, it's not necessary anymore to put all that in.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.